You guys start off today. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about Johnny if you'd like to put the statement out Saturday prior to our game on Sunday. So that's kind of our approach here, and I think a lot of people don't understand that the way our system is set up. If we're going to add somebody to the roster, we got to take somebody off. So that was part of the combination of everything that we looked at. But the big thing was the timing and the circumstances that surrounded the decision, and I thought Mike spoke very eloquently on that the other day. So you just really wonder if it was going to be beneficial for both parties. So we wish him all the best up in Memphis, and look forward to seeing him on April 6th.
Daryl, along those lines, speaking of timing and everything, was there any consideration made to go ahead and sign him, but since it's so late in the season, just with understanding that you're not going to play this year, but you got him, and then maybe next year he can compete, go through that.
But we got to give somebody up, right? To bring him in, you got to give somebody up. So they put Zach Mettenberger on IR. Now they got lucky in that situation because if Zach Mettenberger's healthy, who are they going to give up in that situation to bring Johnny Manziel in? So we've got 3 healthy quarterbacks that have been great for us throughout this whole process. You talk to Matt Troxel, you talk to Mike Riley, and both of them love the quarterback room, and that's what we're trying to connect, to create here. So that's the big thing. Playing for 2020, how much do we hurt our chances in 2019? Right. And that's part of that balancing act that you have to do. Now Memphis is in a completely different situation than we are right now. So I think it was advantageous for Johnny because I think he gets his best opportunity to have success. And that's that whole timing thing. Is it going to be good for him to come into a situation where you're 7 weeks into a 10-week season? You've got to learn the playbook, learn the vocabulary, establish a rapport with all your skill players. Can you get it done quickly enough where you have success? I think Memphis gives them a really good opportunity, and I don't think we were going to provide that here.
With the way the attendance has been here in San Antonio versus Memphis, was there any pressure from the league to maybe wait or take a pass on Johnny so he could maybe help boost Memphis's attendance in those sorts of things?
Not at all. Not at all. It was our first option. The allocation process has been something that everybody has really enjoyed throughout this roster construction. So there was never any pressure from the Alliance for us to do something that we weren't comfortable with doing. So I give them a lot of credit for that. They let each franchise make those decisions. And in a situation like that, probably one of the biggest ones so far here through this entire journey, they stay true to the way they've set everything up from the day one. They did not force us at all to make a decision.
What about Logan?
Around this team right now, you have to be really pleased where things are.
Here's the funny part. I was so nervous coming into this week after a month-long road trip for them to exhale. Wow, we're back home. We got back at 4-2. There's an upset now. We're first in the West, and because it's been a short week, they've got to get right back into it. So we haven't given them the opportunity to kind of sit back and have that moment to relax and pat themselves on the back. We had to get right back at work. So now we'll navigate ourselves through this week, and then next week that'll be one that I'm going to be on the watch for, because next week I've got a long week. So can we keep that same vibe that you guys feel at practice with the guys next week? So, but yeah, was real happy, believe it or not, that we had a short week coming off a month-long road trip.
What about Logan? What can you say about the 3 of the quarterbacks, 3 good ones? He really seems to obviously steadily improving, and the command of the offense is there.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Heard a great comment by Mike the other day. We're only 2 months into this, really with everybody really getting an opportunity to feel each other out and build that rapport. So we had 4 weeks of training camp. Now we're 6 weeks into it. So we're 10 weeks total. So there's going to be growth and progress. And I think you've seen that from Logan over the last couple of weeks. As we talked about, one of the things we love about Logan is his desire to stretch the field, his confidence in our players to make plays when it's a one-on-one situation. But there were times there where the middle of the field was getting kind of jumbled up a little bit, and we were maybe making some throws into the middle of the field that weren't the best option at that time. What I like about Logan now is the fact that he's checking that ball down to the running backs. He's finding some of the underneath routes. You've seen his uptick in completion percentage, which was one of the big things he had in college, and one of the things that we were not getting those first few weeks of the season. So I think just his understanding of exactly what Mike wants to do now and what Matt Troxel wants to do now from an offensive scheme standpoint, but then also starting to understand the strengths of each of the wide receivers, each of the running backs and the tight ends, and what they do in our offense.
Is Cam becoming a little more part of the offense? It seemed like he caught, I think, 5 passes.
5 targets, 5 catches. That was great. And He's such a big body, and I think as a defense, when Cam Clear is on the field, the one thing you got to worry about is running on the edges. So you're kind of geared towards that. Now all of a sudden he becomes very effective right over the middle of the field, and those catches that he had for us in the game were big because they were second and long situations. You know, we had not performed well on first down. We had an incomplete on first down. So here we are, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9, and Cam makes a catch, and we're back to 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. So we're